Greetings, royal queens and kings. So happy to be back on this beautiful Sabbath day. Today is June the 22nd. The current time is 6:07 p.m. And the year that we are in is 2024. Happy June. And it feels so great to be back. Listen here, we're here for some Saturday tea, and we have a great lineup for you. So if you are so interested, please make sure you go and get your beverages. Make sure you hit that like because we'll be right back. Can we get a countdown, please? And we are back just like that. But before we get into our show, first and foremost, I want to shout out to a beauty brand by the name of Lamik. That's Lamik. Love and makeup and kindness. Listen here, a great brand. We are going to be wearing iconic tonight, okay, before we even hop on our flight, hop on the jets, okay? And y'all already know how it goes. Listen here, if you want to utilize the Queen Tulsa jet, you just let one of our flight attendants, host, co-host, our staff, just let them know, say, hey, I would love to book a trip on the jet, the Queen Tulsa jet. Okay, so I'll be applying Lamique, and this color is called Iconic because we are iconic and we do iconic things around here. She's based in, I believe, Dallas, Texas, but she does have a location here. And don't let that stop you because you can shop online. Okay, Lamique.com. All right, let me go ahead and apply. Uh huh. This is not just a lip gloss, this is a moisturizer as well. Uh-huh. Mm, feels so good on our lips. Now that we've applied our lip, the iconic by the one, the only Lamique. Shout out to Kim Roxy. I'll put all of her information in this description of this live broadcast. Okay. Well, listen here. My beverage has arrived, and it's time to head off to Queen City in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Prepare for takeoff. All right. Thank you all so much for coming back. Listen here. First and foremost, this is for adult audiences only. Must be 18 plus to hang at the Butterfly Lounge. Welcome to Queen City Butterfly Lounge. Please like, share, subscribe, all those good things. And I, from sincerely from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you so much for believing in the Queen Tulsa show and the Butterfly Lounge and the butterflies and all of our royal affiliates that are out there and they support the show. We want to say thank you so much to you, our top supporters. We definitely want to thank you. Special shout out to Norris Tony. Special shout out to Maria. Special shout out to Wani with One. Special shout out to, oh my goodness, a list of other people. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart, seriously. And thank you for believing in me, my dreams, and being patient and kind with a sister and understanding, overstanding that relationships and great relationships are built on great foundations. And so thank you for never judging me, and thank you for calling me out. Thank you for pulling me to the side. Thank you for the words of encouragement, the prayers, the excitement that you have whenever you're maybe reach out and say, oh my God, I watched the show and it was amazing. So thank God that we are actually working in the community and you all are being served. Let's go ahead and check in and do a butterfly roll call. We have Wani 11 with the butterflies in the building. We have Wani 11 with the butterflies in the chat. And also for adult audiences only, letting you know what's going on. Trigger warning, everything that we'll say is allegedly and is fair use. This is all speculation. This is simply our opinion, which everyone has an opinion. Okay? Trigger warning, absolutely. Okay. And it's Lamik. Lamik. Hey, looking beautiful as usual. Thank you so much. All right. So let's go ahead and get into our first topic of this evening. We have a special shout out to a website called All About the Tea. What's so special about today is I'm actually using the microphone and I was going to dust it off, but I left the dust on here. This is my first microphone. And I want to shout out Monica from All About the Tea. And, you know, you never forget where you've come from. So shout out to Monica from All About the Tea. All About the Tea reports, this is rich coming from KANDI, who had Phaedra fired from ROA for spreading a possible truth. Oh, Kenya, on the other hand, created a pornographic image of Britney. She lied and said the image was already out there. Is KANDI a hypocrite? Listen here, we need you all to sound off in the comments as we take a look at this video.
Right now, I'm like, okay, it's good. I ain't there, good, you know. But Cynthia's like, okay, once the show actually airs, she said, I'm gonna miss it then. I don't miss it so much now. And realistically, I do see stuff, and I'm like, why they doing that? Like, I don't like the fact that they suspended Kenya. Yeah. I know a lot of people's like, she shouldn't have shown that, but it's the housewives. Like, how many times we done did something that you think somebody shouldn't do? So who made the rules? Like, why y'all all of a sudden got such an issue with somebody doing something crazy to something?
Whoa. Now listen here. And I know I'll probably get some pushback from this, but if we really just want to call a spade, let's be honest. KANDI. Here, actually, let me give us a different perspective. So this is my thing, like with KANDI, like sis, we're not about to act like you didn't get all upset and wound up when Phaedra said what she said, or it was a rumor out with Portia. Let's be honest, let's be fair, and let's be clear. Like sis, if we're gonna be fair, let's be fair. I don't know what I just did, you all, but am I tripping? Am I in my feelings? I don't know what to say. At this point, KANDI, you're not on the show. So why even make it, oh, well, who's in charge? Well, we know you're not in charge anymore. We know that you're not in charge anymore because it seemed like allegedly that you were calling you were calling the lights, camera, action, this, that, and the third. When you were there, it seemed like everything was going your way. And I don't know. Let's talk about it. Remember when y'all were in North Carolina in the mountains and you decided to bring Bolo out and his big old bowl? Okay? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. How you do it? Okay, let's talk about the vibrating panties that you had given the ladies. Didn't Kenya have an issue with that, or somebody had an issue with that? I believe it was Kenya. She was like, "I'm not putting on no vibrating, whatever." I mean, come on now. Let's talk about. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the big fish in the room. Let's talk about how when Nene was on the show, everybody must admit Nene and Greg, they were the blueprint as far as a relationship because their relationship was the only one that lasted so long. Even though, of course, in the on one of the episodes, they end up getting divorced and then they remarried, but they got back together. They were better together than apart. And I feel like they needed some time apart to just, to let all the finances settle in. Because if we all know, going back, Greg was the one that looked out for Nene. He was pretty much the breadwinner. Nene, no shade, she did her thing, but she was in there swinging around the poles with Nurse Kim, allegedly. And a girl has to do what she has to do. Listen, I've been swung on a pole before. It's okay. It's back then. It's what are we doing now? Okay. So let's get into what Kandi has to say because Kandi is very much so. She's feeling a certain type of way. She feels like Kenya shouldn't have gotten, booted. And, it's like, didn't you get Phaedra taken off the show? Like, what were your feelings? How did you feel? Can we go back to that moment? I mean, I'm trying to connect with Kandi, you all. I'm really trying to connect. I'm really trying to connect. So let's go back to when Phaedra and Portia, allegedly were speaking, and Portia took a ball back, and on the reunion, she says, "Well, I was told that this, that, and the third. I'm not going to repeat it because it was very hurtful to you. And as you as a sister, that was very traumatic. I don't want to hurt you. But you know what happened. Because we can forgive, but we'll always remember, those type of moments that really stand out. Let's talk about it. But let's get into it.
Somebody.
Believe it or not, that drama
if it was in the public, if it was in the internet, and the girl came at her, it's like, okay, well,
That was the
you
result.
don't get to choose how she come back. So I just wasn't feeling all of that. But hey, we'll see. You know what? I right now I'm like, okay, it's good. I ain't there, good, But Cynthia's like, okay, once the show actually airs, she said I'm gonna miss it then.
Okay.
I don't miss it so much now. And realistically, I do see stuff and I'm like, why they doing that? Like, I don't like the fact that they suspended Kenya.
Well, y'all already know how we do it. Kandi feels a certain type of way. And Kandi, you have every right to feel how you want to feel. That is your friend. You were her savior when you were on the show. And I feel like you were the reason that she continued to keep her foot in the door on the platform. But that's neither here nor there, but it is, Anywho, let's get into these comments right quick. All right. Please join in on the conversation respectfully. Yes, please. And actually, let me go ahead and start a poll. While I start the poll, you all just let me kind of know how you feel about it. Do you feel like Kandi has the right to kind of like go in and speak on what is when she isn't there? She's not a part of this cast this year. I'm not really sure if she's going to make a friend appearance or not, but as far as I know, she's not. Someone says, well, if that's the case, bring Phaedra back. Oh, all right. Someone says, Kandi should have definitely set this one out because if that's her logic, then she should have felt the same way when Phaedra got her lick back for them holding Apollo's items without her knowledge. See how that works? I truly don't understand this. Making excuses for someone is breaking the law. And then someone else says, I literally love this page. Another page I follow that I'm not going to name is such a Kenya fan page. It literally gives me the creeps and cooties like those people haven't been watching Real House of Ish since season 5. They way they worship her and call her a queen, but then again, Ted Bundy, Charles Mason, the Night Stalker, and John Wayne Gacy all have fan clubs and groupies. So what the f do I know? Oh, child, I'm confused. Was the image already released to the public? See, that's a question that I would want to know too. It's like, okay, where did this come from? How was it leaked? How did she get information? Like, what's the backstory to it? Because the only thing that we're finding out is, oh my God, she took a page and we were at an event. Well, I believe it was, it was Kenya's grand opening for her Kenya Moore salon. And shout out to her, Black woman doing business, whoop, whoop. But my thing is, Nene said this a long while ago. You never can win if you play dirty. And honestly, can we say that Kenya has clean hands? Can we honestly say that Kandi has clean hands? Can we honestly say that Cynthia has clean hands? Can we honestly say that what's her name? Drew Sidora has clean hands? Can we say that Marlo has clean hands? And can we say Nene has clean hands? I think that all the ladies, Sheree, does she have clean hands? I think all the ladies have played a part in this for a long while, and it has went on and on and on and on. And it seems like now everybody wants to pick up where Nene left off by picking up the discrimination. Oh, I'm being treated unfairly. When Nene had come out, Portia didn't come to her defense. Like none of the ladies had come out and said, girl, I stand with you. Girl, is something wrong here? And I stand with you. A lot of people might have their feelings about Bethany Franklin, but Bethany Franklin was the one that brought Nene on her podcast and really talked about it and, kind of expressed her grievances about what was going on. Mm-hmm. So pretty much, we may not all agree, and this is what I say. Y'all be focusing on the messenger so much. It's the message. I get that some people may be like, well, why did she go here? Why did she go there? Baby, it was a platform that was available to me that was not going to shut me down, that was not going to be quiet, that was not going to give the people that I'm going up against an excuse, a pass, an invitation to continue to keep doing it. So it just hits different, when it's you, then you want to complain, until you're sitting those, until you wear those shoes, until you ride that ride. Anywho, moving on. Let's get into more of these comments. See your girl Kandi. Oh, see you, Kandi girl. Oh. See you, Kandi girl. Okay, somebody says see her. Girl, what? Someone says, so how did Kenya get this information or pictures from? If it's out there for them to get it, it must be available for anyone to get it. My question is then, if you come for me and I come back for you, great statement. Because let's listen here. These are all adult women. We gonna start there. These are all adult women. No children were involved. This was um, maybe not the best tactic, but then we don't know what the cause was for this effect. So, what did Brittany Edie do, or what did Brittany Edie say, or how low did Brittany Edie go? So we back. Listen here. We go if we're gonna be fair and if we're gonna be, you know, um, give everybody a fair chance, fair opportunity. We have to look at that. What did Brittany Edie say to her? How low did she go? What what was it? We don't know. The only thing that we know is Kenya was responding. And I don't know if you all know or how long you all have been watching, but Kenya says, "Don't send for me and I won't come for you." Okay? So apparently Brittany sent for Kenya, and Kenya came like a UPS package, next day delivery. So how can we really get mad at that? You know what I'm saying? So here, let me go ahead and bring this up. So it says, so there are limitations even when you're accused of the N word. So that's what I'm saying. So is that what Brittany accused Kenya of? Someone says, Kandi, stop talking. Someone says, do you people really believe that a filmed event okayed by Bravo occurred without the blessing of production? This is orchestrated, scripted TV. Get a grip. My point exactly. Listen here. When we think about the production, the scripted, the this, the that, and the third, listen here. Everybody's been talking about it. It's Sweet 16. Everybody's missing Mimi. It's a lot of talk about it. But then they say that it's going to be released next year. Anywho, someone says, what? Who made the rules? Who the F do you think calls the shots? I'm so good with this one. Gone. So is there something that Kandi needs to let us know? Like, okay, so is there a certain person for this season that gets to run the show? They get I guess, do they get to bring opinions or storylines, or hey, this is how I want to go, this is what I want, it doesn't go like that, or is it production? I don't know. That's the question. Will you all be watching this season? I will. I know I will, because I want to know I want to know the lowdown, who did what. I want to know about the Portia Williams assignment. Oh my goodness, Marlo won't be there this season. I wish Sheree was there. But y'all, anywho, someone says at Kandi, they actually tag Kandi. They say Kandi would be in tears and ready to fight if someone posted pics of her doing things with Todd. So because it's Ken, it's a difference, like girl bye. And that's what Mimi was talking about. They are an alliance. Whew, because if my friend wrong, I'm gonna say it wrong. Listen here. Let's go ahead, and I'm gonna ask you all. Listen here. Have I ever asked y'all to hold me accountable? Yes, I have. Hold me accountable. Don't just sit up here and go along and get along. If I said something wrong, or if I, whatever the case may be, let me know. Let me know. Please let me know, because I want to make sure that I am doing the best that I can and showing up for you all. Let me know. Let me know. Absolutely. Okay, so that's it on those comments. Y'all think that we should listen to it one more again? Let's listen to it one more again. Hold on. One more again.
Yeah. I know a lot of people's like, she shouldn't have shown that. But it's the Housewives. Like, how many times we done did something that you think somebody shouldn't do? So who made the rules? Like, why y'all all of a sudden got such an issue with somebody doing something crazy to somebody. It's
Believe
like,
it or not, that
if
drama
it
draws
was in
too.
the public, if it was
All right. So, child, what do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about it? Let me know. My thing is, I mean, I don't know. Kandi has a lot to say, but she's not on this season, so I don't really know how to feel about it. Let's get into some more topics. Let's get into this. Okay, this particular topic right here stood out to me. We definitely have to check our mental health. Okay, so shout out to our friends over at It's On Site. Siblings allegedly unalived a tow truck driver because he was repossessing their vehicle. Uh, in the early morning hours of Wednesday, June 12th, a tow truck driver in Columbia, South Carolina was found unalive from a single gunshot wound when the first deputy arrived at the scene. The tow truck's lights were still flashing and the driver's door was open, as reported by people. The door itself had several bullet holes. Reports note the driver, identified as 46-year-old Steve W. Hughes, was found slumped inside the truck. Despite the efforts of first responders, Hughes was pronounced unalive at the hospital. According to the Sheriff's Department, investigators believe that the fatal shooting was motivated by an attempt to prevent Hughes from repossessing a vehicle. Hashtag Raheem D'Angelo Jackson, 20, was taken into custody and booked into the Alvin S. Glenn Detention Center. On the same day, he is facing charges of murder and possession of a firearm doing a violent crime. 5 days after Raheem's arrest on Monday, June 17th, law enforcement teams, including the Sheriff's Special Response Team and Fugitive Task Force, surrounded the residence of his younger sister in the early morning. However, Essence Tanaya Jackson, 19, was not present at a residence at the time. Investigators executed the search warrant and ultimately found her at a secondary location a short time after execution of the search warrant. The Sheriff's Department told People Essence has been charged with murder and was also booked into the same Richland County, South Carolina detention center as her brother. According to the online booking record obtained by People, she is being described by officials as a co-conspirator. An investigation is still underway, police said. Click, what are your thoughts? Listen here. We need a resolution. We need a resolution. If you would like to donate to this channel, please, 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 you can. You can do all the necessary steps in the descriptions of those statements. Hello, Simon Hectic. How are you? We have to hold each other accountable while holding each other up. Absolutely. Listen here. Speaking of accountability and holding each other up, y'all hold me up on this broadcast, and please like, share, and subscribe. It helps the channel so much. And thank you so, so much for sticking with us through this live broadcast. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this broadcast. We really enjoy and love you being here. It is our pleasure to serve you all and give you the best. Okay, so right back at it. Okay, so let's get into some of these comments. Someone says, walk or life in prison. They said, we will take the like in prison option. Someone says, how y'all going to side with these people when this man lost his life for doing his job? If they paid the car note, they'd be good. Now you in jail, which is worse than having no car. I feel you on that one. Let's give you a heart. Period. Somebody with a heart. Someone says, I'm curious the sister's role if it was a single gunshot. Oh, Lord. I'm with you on that. Now you damn sure ain't got to worry about a car. Someone says, I remember hitting rock bottom and was told 3 times in 1 month at my complex. I never wanted to pow up a place. It's so sad. Yes, it is. Now y'all having more sympathy for the siblings, but not someone who lost their life doing their job. There's a reason the car was up for repossession. So much going on. Someone says, should have sold that Powell and paid that car note or something. I can live without a car, but living with no freedom is insane. Prayers to the guy whose life was taken for doing his job. Yes, prayers up for him. Now their lives are repossessed. Crazy tale selves. Yes, absolutely. Yes, their lives are repossessed. And it seems like they were repossessed at the scene, honey. Oh, all this repossession. That was the only ride. Shaking my head. Wow. Someone says, so because you couldn't maintain the car note, you took a life? Y'all don't care about life at all. No. And listen here, I don't know what's going on in some of these people's brains. Take care of your mental health. It's nothing to play with. It's nothing to play with. Just like a car is nothing to play with, armed is nothing to play with. Your life is nothing to play with. Seriously, the problem solved. Don't need a car in prison. Oh, let me go ahead and like that. Someone says, damn, did all that and still can't drive the car. That part. Over a vehicle. Now both of y'all are going to be without freedom to drive for probably the rest of y'all lives. Let's heart that. Yeah. Still no car and still no car at then and you know what? Let me go ahead and pull this down because this is like that was just so unnecessary. It was so heinous. That was such a heinous crime. And it's like, pay your bills. Nobody's responsible for you, you know? Listen here. Speaking of family, rapper Polo G. Y'all don't know what's going on in the water. What's in the water? But however, our friends over at the Shade Room, they've actually covered this story for us. There is video footage shows Polo G's mom, Stacia Mack, powing at her daughter, Leilani. Stacia and Leilani react in online exchange. Okay. Well, like I said, shout out to our friends over at the Shade Room. Nobody wins when the family feuds. Polo G's mom and sister, Stacia Mack and Leilani Capilot, are going at it online after a video of a domestic incident between the two of them surfaced online. In the clip, Stacia can be seen exiting her home, seemingly carrying a hand. You know what? She can also be heard saying, "Get the F off my ass." As the video goes on, you can hear multiple boop, boop, boop being fired and a woman's voice screaming in terror. After the video started making its rounds online, Stacia and Leilani addressed the issues online on social media. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so Stacia Mack says mental health issues are real, and so are boundaries. She says, I can't still be the villain in your story. I've removed myself from your life. You're feeding stories to blogs again when I haven't spoken to you in months. The problem is you. It's my birthday. This further proves your jealousy and malicious intent. Stacia Mack goes on to say, for the past 2 years, you've struggled. That struggle affected us all. Me more so because a real mom Because as a real mom, I was front. You've been self-coping, medicating, drinking, and passing out everywhere. You've refused treatment time and time again. You were having a manic episode and attacked me in my home. And now y'all want to know how she got the video? I sent it to her dad because she lied to him and said I powed her at her 16, said I shot at her 16 times. I don't need to lie or win anyone's sympathy. I stand on the truth. Like I said, she is very calculating, very manipulative. And that video shows the very end to the altercation. And were released to get her off my property. Poppery. You hear me clearly. Say I didn't. I asked y'all to get off my property. Again, lies. She told, according to her, I was battered, beaten, erratic. Shit looks pretty straightforward to Mr. She says to Mr. I'm thinking that she says to me, baby, I'm a damn good shot. I wanted he off property, not whatever that said. Okay. This is jealousy. Y'all forget the tweet about her saying, oh, no more brunches and business for you, Stacia, etc. No man or woman dictates my space. Still booked for brunches. Still an endorsed deal. Still launching businesses. Still thriving. You're mad because you thought this would break me. Because you are broken. It didn't. It gave me clarity on who you are. Cain, unalive, Abel, and my father's brother set him up to be unalive. Baby, y'all won't get me. I'm staying as far away from your evilness. Well, Leilani goes on to say, how I leak a personal video from your Ring camera. You sent the video out thinking it was funny and somebody leaked it to the blogs. Take accountability for your actions. She also says, I've never seen a woman want to be a 45-year-old gang chief thug so bad. I've never seen someone so jealous of their own flesh and blood. I simply defended myself. I've always maintained the same sentiments and story. Luckily for me, whomever you trusted with that Ring camera video leaked it to expose your true character. May God heal the jealousy and envy you have in your heart for your own flesh and blood. May God grant you wisdom, maturity, support, guidance, spiritual, and self-awareness. Amen. So then Leilani goes on to say, you guys saw only the climax of what happened on Easter. I was attacked verbally, emotionally, physically, consistently provoked, shot at, had my luggage stolen, which in turn triggered a manic episode. I was antagonized both publicly and privately. For you to attempt to unalive your child and send the video to multiple family and friends shows how comfortable you are with your grotesque actions, only for them to in turn sell it to the blogs and expose your true character. Shaking my head. I am not the only child she has done this to and gloated and bragged about it. I am not crazy. I still did not seek legal action nor counsel, although she attempted to use her money and resources to have me arrested, my accounts removed, etc. I am in extensive therapy and I hope she can do the same. So she says, now my daddy sent me the video, left my aunt off. I would have been posted it if that was the case. So let's go ahead and get into some of these comments. Someone says, I believe the daughter, my mom, physically attacked me out of jealousy, sent her other kids to try to rob me while also harassing my children. These moms be your biggest hater when you are trying to break generational trauma. Girl, come on, let me like that because baby, true. No excuse, still sad. Someone says some mothers are secretly jealous of their own daughters and goal is to drive her own daughter crazy, gaslight her daughter, and make others think less of her daughter because she envies her daughter's energy. As a man, I learned to be patient, affectionate, and supportive of a woman because you don't know all the pain she's healing from and demons she's fighting. And Brian seem sometimes the demon birthed her. Oh wow. Let's go ahead and like that. That was heartfelt. Someone says mothers with unhealed trauma usually hate their daughters. Hate their daughters. Some won't admit it, but it shows it how they treat them. Oh, but love their sons no matter what. Get into that. Let's see. You're saying your daughter is broken as if you're not the one who raised a broken child. Dissing your own seeds while not acknowledging that you're the tree that bore the fruit is crazy. You literally made this girl, no pun intended. Okay, let me go ahead and give thanks to your moms if you have a decent one. Period. Someone says, learn about this, ladies. It's common in some mother-daughter dynamics. Emotional incest happens when moms treat their daughters like friends or rivals instead of kids, sometimes crossing lines with jealousy and possessiveness. This can come from their own unmet emotional needs or insecurities, projecting them onto their daughters. They might see their daughters as extensions of themselves, creating a weird mix of competition and companionship. This can be harmful, confusing the daughter about her own identity and boundaries. It's important for moms to seek help if they're struggling with these feelings. To break the cycle, daughters deserve a healthy, supportive relationship with their mothers. No one filled with mixed signals and emotional burdens. Okay, let's go ahead and like that too. That was heartfelt. All right, someone says, no way. I carried a child for 10 months to build so much hatred towards her. That'll make me bust pals at her. Oh, wow. Someone says, no mother should ever point their pal at their child. It's like that. Someone says, and y'all still want to honor your mammy and father bullish. Baby, it will be the coldest day in hell. She voluntarily pouted at her daughter because she wanted her off her property. The fact that y'all are excusing this in the comments is why there's so much unhealed trauma in Black families. Everyone agreeing with the mom needs therapy immediately. Let's heart that because that is so true. Because it's like it's a cycle. This is what they're used to. So it's like this is what goes on. This is how we treat it. You know. Someone says, let me go hug my mother because she could and would never. This is entirely disgusting. Someone says, I got a cousin, I'ma do that too. Oh my God. That's so weird. See? Someone says, why is she heavy on her daughter being jealous of her? I mean, it happens. It definitely happens. I mean, more times than you probably don't think that it does exist. It definitely exists. It definitely exists. And so, we just got to stay prayed up and, do our work. Do we have to definitely do our work? So let's get into this because we already know. Shout out to my sister at Jaguar Rights, and you all make sure you support all of her interviews. But this one in particular really resonated with me. Okay, this is Mary J. Blige and Miss Shaka Khan. Well, Miss Shaka Khan gives her thoughts on Mary J. Blige singing her song. Let's get into it.
During a time in the 1990s, when you would introduce the Rufus song Sweet Thing, which was your ballad,
I wrote it.
You would call it the song Mary J. Blige fucked up. Is that true?
Well, I didn't say that out in public. I might have said it to her.
Okay, but so you did believe
but
she
I
fucked it up.
told Mary J. Blige she fucked it up.
How'd she fuck it up?
Number one, her vocals were flat. And I asked her, I said, what time of day was it? A night? What were you doing when you decided to cover Sweet Thing? Where were you at when you covered it? Oh, girl, I've been up all late and I was at 8 o'clock in the morning, girl. I said, girl, you don't sing nothing at 8 o'clock in the motherfucking morning. Especially if you have to get up to sing it. If you'd have been up all night smoking crack or something, I don't know, might have been a whole different thing. But you don't get up at 8 o'clock in the morning to sing, girl.
What do y'all think about that, honey? Shout out to the queen, the queen, the queen, child. Let's get up into these comments. Someone says Shaka was on that mess. Who brings up crack in a casual conversation, honey? Shaka. Okay, Miss Shaka. We call her Miss Shaka. Someone says, I like Mary's version of Sweet Thing. She's no Shaka Khan. Nobody can ever be the original, but I thought it was good. Yeah, I thought that. Look, we tried to help her out. Mary is always flat and tone deaf. The studio is her best friend. Get into it. Someone says, she and I have that type of relationship. We can talk. Oh, someone says, what I love about it is she told it to her and she didn't say it in public. Okay, listen here. Now, that's what you call real. This woman is real. Okay, Miss Shaka is real. Listen, that's what I be telling y'all. Pull me to the side. Let me know what's the tea. Let me know what the tea is in private. Okay. All right, let's go to this one. If y'all have ever seen Shaka in concert, you'd understand her disappointment. Shaka not only has amazing vocals, she can play in any instrument you put in front of her. Ooh. Oh, can somebody get me a ticket to Shaka Khan? I wanna experience that. I'll experience it. We got to do a fundraiser, okay? I need y'all to fundraise me to go and see Shaka Khan. Listen here, someone says Shaka's version will always be the best. I like Mary, but I don't like how she converted that song. Oh. Someone says she sounds just like an auntie getting her knees together. I love it. Yeah, I do too. Let's heart you. Miss Shaka don't hold no punches. Someone says, I just listened to both Mary version and had more passion. Hold on. I just listened to both Mary version, had more passion in the vocals. It's not what you say, but how you say it. I think Shaka was being rude. She said she should thank Mary for remaking it because she can continue to get royalties when the song is played. It's not like Shaka is selling out arenas these days. She just got a tiny desk concert, and to be honest, she was lukewarm compared to back in the day. She should be humble. Well, listen here. Miss Shaka is I believe Miss Shaka is way older than Mary J. Blige. Okay. But listen here, Miss Shaka knows what she's talking about. Shaka's not lying. Okay. Someone says, nah, Mary version sound better on speakers, especially in a club, honey. After the drinks are in, honey. After the drinks are hit, everything sounds good. Everything look good too. Hello. Okay. Let's get into that. Up all night smoking crack is wild. Is Auntie confirming that all the greatest 70s and 80s bops got a little crack in them? Oh, woo, child. Do y'all think it's got a little crack in it? Here, let's hear it one more time for the people. One more again.
But she and I have that kind of relationship. We can talk.
Yeah, you guys ended up recording together during a time in the 1990s when you would introduce the Rufus song Sweet Thing, which was your ballad.
I wrote it.
You would call it the song Mary J. Blige fucked up. Is that true?
Well, I didn't say that out in public. I might have said it to her.
Okay, but so you did believe
but
she fucked it up.
I told Mary J. Blige she fucked it up.
All right, so I think we all get the gist of that. What's going on, right? So listen here, another story. Okay, so get into the story right here because speaking of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, like I've told you all before, I love me some Nene Leakes, and y'all, we have great news to report to you. Okay. Miss Nene Leakes, get into it. Can we get a congratulations for Miss Nene? I said Miss Nene. Miss Nene Leakes. Okay, so shout out to our friends over at the Neighborhood Talk. Neighbors, Nene Leakes may be heading back to Bravo anytime. Oh, listen here. And listen, you all, listen, it's only Saturday, and this is Saturday tea. Just imagine when we get into our libations later, we get into this. The Neighborhood Talk reports Neighbors, NeNe Leakes may not be heading back to Bravo anytime soon, but that doesn't mean the reality TV star isn't out here working. NeNe is heading to a Lifetime with a new show called Outrageous Love with NeNe Leakes. Okay, get into it. According to Deadline, the show will focus on the ups and downs of couples' loves lives with commentary by NeNe. Also draw from her own personal experience to help the couple provide additional insight. This is NeNe's first big move back into the TV sphere since departing from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Okay, NeNe lands her own reality TV show on Lifetime called Outrageous Love with NeNe Leakes. Show will highlight ups and downs of couples' love lives. Okay, get into this. Dominique says, "Thank God. Now don't you go messing this opportunity up, girl. Bravo over there dropping the balls. So come on and give us some good TV, please, honey." Oliver Twix says, "The best news I've heard all year." Okay, can we get a round of applause for Miss NeNe Leakes? Get into it. Someone says, "Love this. I think this will be so awesome for her." Marlo Hampton is in the comments. She says she's back. Okay. Like she never left. And she was never gone. Okay. Will Marlo be making an appearance? Will Marlo be taking that dude that, owns that restaurant? I believe the guy's Jamaican. Oh, tall, handsome, and a fresher breath of air, honey. Tammy Roman has her hands up in the air. Thank God. That's my girl. That's right, boo. That's right, too, says Sierra Glam Shop. Girl, all the celebrities are up in here. Tasha K is in the building, says, "This is wine." Oh, this is champagne. Okay. She said, this is champagne. Okay, because that ain't wine. Those are champagne glasses. Lifetime is a major cable network owned by Disney and Harris. This is a good check and landing for means. Listen here, can we put it out into the atmosphere that the Queen Tulsa will actually be doing her documentary on Lifetime? We'll be getting a reality TV show. Okay, someone's going to pick up the Queen Tulsa show. Hello, someone's going to have us on some type of red carpets. Hello, y'all lying if you say you're not tuning in. Listen here, I wish I could heart that 1 million times because everybody's going to come. We miss NeNe. Like, seriously, we miss NeNe. And shout out and prayers up to Mr. Greg Leakes. Rest in peace to him. Great dad. He was like America's television father. Someone says her hate for white refrigerators should be on there. Absolutely, honey. Get that white refrigerator up out of here. Thank God we got blessed with the black one. Okay. Amen. Amen. Yes. So if you're proud of NeNe, if you're excited for NeNe, let us know. Let us know. We want to know how excited you are for us. I'm so excited. Shout out to everybody over there tuning in on X. We are the Paper Girl Party, or the Paper Girl Show. I forgot what our handle is over there, but I'll put it in the description of this video. Shout out to our friends over and family over at Next Case with Queen Tulsa, and shout out to Queen Tulsa, the main channel. I'm all over the place. Okay, listen here, I appreciate you all. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into our next blazing hot topic. All right, who's next? All right, we have Armand Wiggins, our friend over at, he was over on Fox Soul. And shout out to him. And shout out to everybody over at Fox Soul. Okay? Yes. You know what? Okay. All right, here we go. Armand, welcome to the stage, Armand Wiggins. Baby, Armand Wiggins is... Baby. Let's do it one more time, y'all. Come on, get it. Yes, honey. Listen here. We love when y'all are out here living y'all's best lives. Armand, we just want to say, oh, you the what? Okay. And listen here, I will love those heels. Okay. I wear a size 10. So, you know, just make sure it's possible that you can get those. And you know what? You might have to push it up to 11. Okay. A nice old 11 just might be fine because I need a little bit of room, honey. Because the way that she was all that, honey, yes, it was giving me life. It was giving me life. It was giving me life for real, and I enjoy it. Okay, so peep this out, y'all. We have talked about Kandi. We have talked about a little bit about Portia, a little bit about Kenya. Well, Mark Daly ordered to pay Kenya Moore $2,000 in child support after she was granted primary custody of their 5-year-old daughter, Brooklyn. Now, did this come? This came after she lost her job or indefinitely suspended. Kenya didn't waste no time in getting down there and filing something, did she? She said finances are cut, Judge. Now, twirl. Let's get into it. Shout out to our friends over at the Neighborhood Talk. Neighbors! It looks like Kenya Moore can finally put her marriage to Mark Daly in the past now, after a judge officially signed off on their divorce, according to In Touch magazine. The judge reportedly granted Kenya primary custody of their 5-year-old daughter, Brooklyn, and has ordered Mark to pay Kenya $2,000 a month in child support, despite Kenya making more money than him. Mark will still be involved in all important life decisions and will pay an additional $1,000 a month towards a college fund for Brooklyn. Neither Mark nor Kenya will receive alimony or spousal support. It is hereby ordered that both parties shall encourage the minor child to develop close, nurturing relationships with the other party, and each shall refrain from conduct which does or may undermine a positive relationship between the minor child and the other party, the judge noted. Okay, get into that. Now, also, the judge also ruled that Kenya has the final say about Brooklyn appearing on Real Housewives of Atlanta. This was a problem that arose after Mark deemed the environment unsafe for Brooklyn after she was present during a spat between Kenya and Marlo Hampton. Since Kenya now has primary custody and Marlo's off the show. No, I put that in there. I'm sorry. Brooklyn can appear, but Kenya must at least consult with Mark before doing so. Whew, child. Someone says 2K is nothing, but anything other than having to deal with him is a win. It took 4 years for 2K. Hey, she's getting more than those 14 kids combined. Ooh, get into that. He knows he didn't want Brooklyn full time. She was a waste of time and resources to be arguing custody, knowing you already know damn well, just like Future Streep. He didn't have time for the other 24 kids, but wanted the court and public to believe Sierra was depriving him of joint custody, child. But the Jericho dad has to pay $1,500 for 13 kids. I'll gladly take 2K in child support. Someone says her income has absolutely nothing to do with his obligation to support his child. Why are you so mad in these in the comments? $2,000 is a good amount to pay monthly. Well, $3,000 total considering the college fund. He isn't a celebrity. He makes his money just like the rest of us. So ask yourself, can you give up $3K a month? If not, then stop counting other people's money. Congrats on the child support, Kenya. Can y'all agree? Oh my goodness. Well, listen here. I want to thank you all so much for coming out to our broadcast today. I sincerely want to thank all of the celebrities that are still pushing through, myself included. And shout out to, oh my goodness, shout out to everybody that liked, shared, and that subscribed. Listen here, this is the Queen Tulsa Show, a safe space for you, and you. Okay, until next time.